So, your name?
Melissa. I'm Melissa. I'm 34. I live in Brooklyn, New York. We have a 16-month-old daughter, and I work at a children's cleaner company.
Dabble.
Dabble. We make all natural cleaners for kids. I love kids. It's a great job.
My name's Klare. I'm 38 years old, director at Cohn Pedersen Fox. It's an international design architecture firm. And we live here in Brooklyn, Williamsburg to be exact. And unfortunately, due to market rates and costs, and then this building going co-op, we've been forced to then look for a home elsewhere. So that's what started our house hunt.
Yeah. We also needed more space for our kid and for our 3 cats. Or somewhere. Yeah.
Let's discuss briefly our house hunting experience. Well, I think the big part for me was just starting to accept the reality that we'd have to move and giving up this apartment. So that was the hardest part for me.
He loves the apartment.
But once we came to that realization,
which took years.
years.
It wasn't a quick realization. The hardest part of house hunting was deciding to house hunt, which took maybe from the time we moved in here, which was about 6 years ago. I've been working on it for a while.
Yeah. And I thought I was smart because I said, well, let's go look at houses, and we went and looked up in Westchester, Connecticut areas, things like that, and the houses were horrible. So I thought I won.
They were horrible to him. They weren't my favorite, but my taste is not his taste, which I guess is what was on our wish list. So I would say that for me, my wish list, even before we had our daughter, was a traditional home, living in the suburbs. I grew up in the Midwest. I loved it. I have these memories of like warmth and family, and to me, that's what a traditional kind of old house says. And quiet. It says quiet and space.
Which is all wings New York City.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
But, so, and my wish list was really about, well, I'm a modernist at heart. And so it's really creating a modern space. It's about big open windows. It's about natural light or great views. And those are some of the key things for me. And, you know, a big part of it also is just food is a big part of our life. And so, great food, right?
We like to eat.
We like to eat. So, you know, a great kitchen is key, and a space to entertain and enjoy, you know, all that Williamsburg has to offer.
Definitely super important, and I think, you know, his modern style is it's cool. Like, it's cool to look at, you know, maybe when you're young it's cool to live in, but as you get older, and especially when you have a kid running around, to me that modern style kind of spells like
danger.
Danger. He thinks it's workable, like you make it work, and I feel like making it work is exhausting, and sometimes there are houses that are built for kids, and that's kind of what I was going for.
And you know, I've made the joke before, it's just, you know, we had what we thought was a museum, and then all of a sudden it got turned into a toy store. So that's been a kind of harsh reality of
I think, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but like our kids' stuff it's in all the corners and nooks and crannies, and when we first moved in, like, he hated any mess. Like, it was clean lines. I put candy canes out one Christmas on the counter, and he moves them because they were ruining the lines of the kitchen counter.
I don't remember that.
So I feel like our life is changing, and, you know, house hunting, you didn't want to let go of that.
No, and I think, you know, if we, you know, like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the house reflects who we are, and it's our home. And then now with the child, it's about setting up roots and who that child's going to become. And so this has been a product or an environment which very much I felt was me. Now it was really an endeavor to try to find out who we were in a home as parents.
Yep. So, you know, going into it, we don't really have that answer yet.
Right. But when we started looking for a house, what was key, Melissa talks about space, home, yard, all of those things. And once I realized that the suburbs was the right place for us, then it became really clear that it needed to have a yard. We weren't going to give up. I mean, if we're going to live on top of each other, we might as well live here versus if we went out to the suburbs and had people right on top of us. And so that wasn't an option. We needed a yard, we needed space. And at the end of the day, if it wasn't going to be modern, it had to have craftsmanship and be of quality and built and people who were proud of what they were building. And didn't just be unique, it had to express who we were. Not cookie cutter.
Yeah, I think that's where we have gotten to when we're looking at our architectural styles. Like, we went into the suburbs and I actually kind of tricked him into going out to the suburbs to look at this house. I mean, like, I couldn't even get him to look outside the city,
and this is New Jersey, that would.
No, New Jersey, much less New Jersey. Like, leave New York. So I actually found this really modern house in the suburb that I really liked in New Jersey, and I showed it to him, and he got super excited.